Hello everyone. In this video we are going to try to solve a problem that was asked in the SSLC examination of Karnataka State Board in 2024 in April month. So we will try to solve it. Okay, let me just read the question for you. Age of mother is twice the square of age of her son. After 8 years, the mother's age becomes 4 years more than the thrice of her son. Find their present ages. Of course, as you can see here, we have to first find the ages of mother and son. To do that, first we have to read the question. So, age of mother is twice the square of age of her son. We have to first understand this sentence. What does this mean? This means that if we know the age of son, we can easily find the age of the mother. For example, if the age of son is 2, observe here, age of mother is, if the age of son is 2 years, in fact, let me write that, if the age of son is 2 years, age of mother is twice the, remember, twice means to multiply by 2. I have to multiply 2 to something. That something is the square of the age of her son. So square of age of her son, in fact the age of her son is 2 years. Square of it is 2 square. So age of the mother becomes 2 times square of 2. Of course, square of 2 is, we know that square of 2 is 4. So 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Of course, this scenario is not quite realistic. Let me just take another example. Let's say that age of son is 3 years. Age of mother is twice. That means I have to multiply 2 to something. I have to multiply 2 to the square of the age of her son. That means that I have to multiply, the age of son is 3 years, so I have to multiply 2 to square of 3 square of 3, so that is 3 square. That becomes 2 times 3 square is equal to, of course, 9. So 2 times 9 is equal to 18. So what we have to understand here is we can easily find the age of the mother by knowing the age of the son. Okay, but let me just grab the duster here. But the problem here is that we do not know the age of the son. So whenever we don't know something, some quantity, we take it as variable. Okay, so for example, here we do not know age of her son, as well as we do not know the age of the mother. So let me just take as, let the age of her son be some variable. You can take any variable. I am going to take it as y. Okay, I am going to take it as y. Then age of the mother becomes twice. Twice means we have to multiply 2 to something. To what? To square of the age of the son, that is y. So square of y is equal to y square. So we can write this as 2 times y square. That becomes 2y square. Okay, let's move forward. After 8 years, the mother's age becomes, okay, here we have to find the age of the mother after 8 years, and also we have to find the age of the son after 8 years. For example, if your present age is 10 years, after 8 years your age will become 18 years. And if your age is, for example, 12 years, after 8 years your age will become 20 years. So how did we find that? We just added 8 to 10. In the first example we just added 8 to 10. In the second example we added 8 to 12. So what we can know here, that if we want to find the age after 8 years, we have to just add 8. So that is what we are going to do here. So after 8 years, age of her son is, of course we do not know the number, but we know that it has y. So if the age of her son is y. After 8 years it must be y plus 8 years. Y plus 8 years. So just like that, age of her mother is, of course, present age is actually 2y square, but after 8 years, so as we have added 8 here, just like we have to add 8 here also, that is 2y square plus 8 years. Okay, and let's just continue. After 8 years, the mother's age becomes, remember, the mother's age becomes, after the 8 years, mother's age is 2y square plus 8 years. So let me just write that. After 8 years, 2y square plus 8 years becomes, so it is equal to 4 more than means that I have to add 4. So I have to add 4 to something. To what? 4 years more than the thrice of the age of her son. 4 more than the, I have already added 4, but what does thrice mean? Thrice means that I have to multiply 3 to what? I have to multiply 3 to age of her son. Age of her son is what? Age of her son is y plus 8 years. So that is 3y plus 8. Remember, we have to, do not forget to add this bracket here. That means that I have to add 3, I have to multiply 3 to y, as well as I have to multiply 3 to 8. And after this step, you can just simplify this. That becomes 2y square plus 8 is equal to 3 times y is equal to, 3 times y is equal to, of course, if somebody doesn't know what to do here, 3 times y, here we have to use the distributive law that you must have learnt in the 8th standard or 7th standard. Okay, so 3 times y, we have to do that first. 3 times y, then put a addition sign here. 3 times 8, that is 24, and do not do anything to this 4 here. Yeah. So after that, let me just simplify 2y square plus 8. I am not going to change anything here. So here there is a equality symbol. So I am going to put that 3y. So here you can see that we can add these numbers, that is 24 and 4. That becomes 28. Now what we have to do? We have to do what? So let me just take this 3y and 28 to the left hand side. So that is 2y square plus 8. So take this 3y to the left hand side, that becomes minus 3y, and take this 28 to the left hand side as well. Okay, and after I have taken everything here to the left hand side, and what does remain here? There is nothing. So what we call nothing as? We call nothing as 0. So after taking 3y and 28 both to the left hand side, what remains here is only 0. So after doing all these steps, okay, I think we can further simplify this. 2y square, in fact just minus, write this minus 3y here, and add these numbers, plus 8 and minus 28. You can observe that plus 8 and minus 28, between these two numbers the greater number is 28, so the sign is going to be minus, negative, and to write the number here 28 minus 8, we have to subtract 8 from 28, that is 20, must be equal to 0. Okay, must be equal to 0. So after doing all these steps, we find that the equation we got here is actually the quadratic equation, and whenever we find a quadratic equation, we can solve that equation in many ways. We can use the formula method, we can try to complete the square here. Okay, we can even try to factorize here. Okay, that might be a slightly difficult task for you. So what we are going to do is simply use the formula that you must already know. That is, let me just write it in terms of y is equal to plus or minus, okay, it's not plus or minus, it is minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. In fact, this under the square root. Yeah. Okay, what we are going to do here is that compare this quadratic equation to the quadratic equation that we know, that is ax square plus bx plus c. So by doing that, we find that a is equal to 2, value of a is equal to 2, value of b is equal to minus 3, and value of c is equal to minus 20. So after substituting all these values into the equation, we find the value of y. So that is what we are going to do here. Y is equal to, remember there is a minus here, let me just put it. B means whatever the value of b here, that is minus 3. In fact, if I write it like this, remember the minus, after putting the minus, we have to write the value of b, and that is minus 3. But if we write it like this, it doesn't have any meaning. It might be confusing for some. So what we are going to do is simply put a bracket around it, then plus or minus under the square root of b square. That means that whatever the value of b is, I have to square it. That is minus 3 square. Then it is minus 4 times a. A means here minus 20, and sorry, a means here 2. A means 2 here, and C is minus 20. Okay, and you can observe in the denominator it is 2a here. So 2 times, what is the value of a here? It is 2. So this is minus of minus 3, that becomes plus 3, plus or minus under the square root of 3 square means 9, and here you can observe that there is two negative signs here, so minus, and also this bracket means that we have to multiply, and minus times minus is plus. So 4 times 2 is equal to 8, 8 times 2 is equal to 16, and there is 1 0 here, so I am going to put it as 1 0 divided by 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Okay, and let me just simplify this. 3 plus square root of 9 plus 160 is equal to 169 divided by 4, or y is equal to 3 plus or minus. Remember, there are two values here, as you already know, you might have known that quadratic equation has two values or two solutions. One is plus, we have to take plus here, another one is minus. Let me just take the plus here, that is y is equal to 3 plus square root of 169 is equal to 13 divided by 4. So that is 3 plus 16, 13 is equal to 16, 16 divided by 4 is equal to 4 years. So that is the one value, and another value is equal to y is equal to 3 minus square root of 169, that is 13 divided by 4, that is 3 minus 13. Of course here the greater number is 13, so sign is minus, sign is negative, and 13 minus 3 is equal to 10 divided by 4. So we have finally gotten the value of y's, that is one value is 4, another value is minus 10 by 4, and we can know by our logic or our intuition that we are dealing with the ages here. So age can never be a negative number, so surely the value of y must be equal to 4, and what we have taken y as, we have taken y as age of person. So that means that age of her son is equal to y, and what is the value of y did we get? It is 4 years. Yeah? So if we know the age of her son, we can easily find the age of her mother, his mother. So age of mother is equal to, of course we know here that if age of the son is y, age of mother is 2y squares. That means that 2 times square of y, but y is equal to 4, so square of y is equal to 4 square, that is 2 times 4 square is equal to 16, so 2 times 16 is equal to 32 years. So thus we have found the values of, in fact, thus we have found the ages of mother and son. Okay. If you have found any use of this video, please try to share it with your friends, okay, or with your relatives, anybody that you know. And if you do not understand, if you have not understood any of the steps here, you can just comment it down. I will try to reply.